Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, that is Technical Knowledge Beta. This is 4 minute. In previous video I explained about new control in a Power App, which is a data grid. How to use a data grid and what are the different functionalities I have explained in the video, in a previous video. So link in the description. If you have not watched it, then please watch that first so that you will get the clarity what are the different functionalities you can do. And in this video I will show you how you can use from this data grid, so that the new form, let's say if you want to open the forms from the data grid, how you can easily open it. So let's say currently I have selected the line number 13, and if you click on it, you will get the data like this in a two tabs. I have segregated the data in a tab 1 and tab 2. So half details will show over here and other remaining details will show in the tab 2. And if you carefully observe, submit button is gray out, and if you click on a tab 2, submit button is now enabled, and whatever the you submit, your data will be submitted like BEAAA, and if you submit it, your data will be submitted and it will appear over here on the data grid again, the refresh data. So how you achieve this, I will show you, and I will not make any cosmetic changes. Just I will show you the raw functionality, means how you can add a tab and how you can segregate the data and how you can add the forms and all these things. So if you are not aware about this, then do watch this video, and please consider subscribing this video so that I can make more content on this, so that it will motivate me. Okay, so let's start it. Okay, so this is my data grid, right? And in the previous video I have shown you how you can add buttons in the title. Okay, initially it was only showing like 1 2 3, but I have added the button functionality over here, so that you can select that particular line item. So first what we'll do is we'll add one screen like this, so that at the top we'll add our tabs, tab 1, tab 2, or whatever you have. Let's say in a real time scenario, like if you are doing, or if you are working on the application like employee engagement or employee related data, then you can make a functionality like his employee related basic details on the tab 1, employees related department related details on the tab 2, and the salary related details in tab 3, called as salary details, employee details, and all these things. So you can rename it the tab name, and you can showcase data accordingly. So instead of showing in only a one single screen, you can split your columns if you have multiple columns, so that it, for the end user, it will look good. Okay, so how to do it? Just so what you have to do is you have to just click on here and select tab list will be available, and it will show it. You can segregate data accordingly. So it's one of the best feature in the Power App. So what you have to do is you have to expand this and format text. Instead of item 1, we will rename it to, let's say, currently I will show only tab 1, and because and you can rename it according to your need, and we'll add one more column called ID1, and let's make it as a tab 2. You can rename it according to your need, not an issue. And I just only want to showcase 2 tabs, so I will remove the third one. Okay, now format text and it will look good. Okay, again what we'll do is, I don't want the size is too big for this, so I will make little adjustment over here. So height should be, let's consider 40. No, okay, we'll make it as 50, and the header also will make it, instead of 75, we'll make it as a 60. Okay, and just one more change is, go to here, and on the right hand side, this is the property window, by the way, and make it a font as a, okay, Vardhana, and font weight should be bold. Okay, or make it as a normal, according to your choice. Make it semi bold so it will look good. So if you see, this is highlighted because tab 1 is selected, and if you select tab 2, tab 2 will be highlighted. Okay, so that's the functionality. Add little more color. I will not go in more cosmetic, just to showcase you. It should look at least decent, right, when you play the application. Okay, so that's why now you have to click on the form and add the form. So test employee data, this is the data that I have showcased you in the previous video as well as in the current video. So this is the form. We'll only use one form but divide the data into two. Okay, and this is if you just play this, so it will not appear over here because the form property is in edit uh, behavior, so you have to change it. So default mode is edit, so if you make it as a new, it will see the data. Okay, now you can again go over here and you can make let's say if you want to make a gender as a second position, job title as third position, company years at, you can again drag and drop and you can make it the changes. Now for the, I will again not do any more, means I want to showcase the basic functionality like how you can divide the data and how you can connect that data to the data grid. So I will not make more cosmetic changes like this. I will just add 2-3 random fields and then we'll see. Let's say office hour, handles and promotion, this 3 and resign. Okay, let's add this 3 to 4 field more. Okay, so that because of the time crunch, right? But if you get the idea, then you can apply it for the multiple columns, so not an issue, right? Okay, so what we will do is first two rows, means title, gender, job title, year, company, department, age, will show in on a first tab, and the remaining fields, remaining columns will showcase on the second tab. Okay, so for that what we'll do is we'll go on the visible property and we'll select tab list 3 dot selected dot id, because we have added id column, remember, and as a 1 is equal to 1. Oh no. Okay, control C, just copy this and now paste it for whatever the columns you want to make it available on the tab 1. Okay, so visible here at a company, again visible department, visible age, visible property. Okay, now see the, okay, now carefully observe educational level. Okay, and currently tab 1 is selected, so that's why. So now if you go to the visible and apply this property, and instead of 1, if we make it as a 2, that employee related details, whatever the column name as sorry, educational level column. Okay, so that was, now it's not visible because currently tab selection is 1 and we have added employee level data on the tab 2, that's why. So same we'll do it on the remaining columns. Okay, and if you observe here, one by one that data will that column will disappear. Okay, now let's say monthly salary, and again go this and click on a visible, monthly salary will be hidden, same will apply it on remaining columns. Okay, but you will get the idea, right? You can apply the same things on the visible or required property as well if you want to do some conditional changes. Okay, project handled and visible. Now I will not apply this to the resigned, and I will show you what if, because currently its visible property is only true. Okay, and if we play this application and if you go on the tab 1, it's showing resigned. Okay, and if go to the tab 2, it will also show resigned. Why? Because we have not applied proper tab value to this particular column, so it will appear on the both the sides. So you have to carefully apply the properties, otherwise if you are doing some real-time project and it appear on the multiple side, then it doesn't look good. So that's why you have to consider this point. Okay, so I want to make resigned column should be appear on the second tab, so I will make as a id is equal to 2. Now if you play this on the tab 1, it will not show the value, but in the tab 2 it will show. Okay, so this is the thing. Now one thing is remaining, which is button. Okay, so we have added button. Now how to make it as a center? So if you click over here, you can't make it as a center. So what you have to do is you have to select the entire selection, this container, and you, if you see over here, click on the second one, and now it will look it will be at the center. Now change the name like submit data, Okay. Oh, now if you see, it's wrapped, so we make a little, where is the width, so here is the width property, so make it as a 120. Let's see. Okay, now it's look good. Okay, so this is the setting, and okay, so now let's, okay, so here is our data, right? And what we have to do is, whatever the selection we made, according to that, that particular data should be appear. Okay, so what we have to do is, we have to make some adjustments. So the adjustment is like, the buttons effect we have added on the title column. So what you have to do is, you have to go to the title, and there is a on select property. Okay, in another, let's say in a department, if you select the department, it won't appear, because the buttons only visible on the title side, so that's why. Okay, so on select property will be available on this particular column only. Now what you have to do is, our data grid name is data grid 1. So okay, go to the title and say, uh, edit form 3. Okay, now navigate to what, where to navigate, we have to navigate to the screen 5, comma screen transition dot cover. Okay, that's it. And then let's say if you play this, click over here, now it won't appear. Why? Because you have to provide the value. Okay, so go to the item property, and whatever the grid name, what is the grid name, that it's a data grid 1. Okay, dot select it, dot, or just select it, that's it. So if you go again data grid, let's select this row number 6. If you open this, you will get the data, tab 1 and tab 2. Okay, and you can submit the data. But how you can navigate to back? So for that, what you have to do is, if you go over here and insert the back button, then it will be added in the center. Again, you can make this, but it will kind of little difficult to make the adjustment according to our need, right? So that's why I prefer, if you don't have time, okay, then just click outside, don't click on the here, click outside, insert, and again add back arrow. Now it will, you can move it anywhere. Okay, again it is not recommended, but yeah, this is kind of if you running out of time, then you can consider this concept. Okay, make it center, and again, add just functionality like a back. Okay, now if you go click on a back button, it will go back to your data grid. Now let's consider line number 72. Okay, and click on edit. Let's make department engineer instrumental, let's say uh, ABC engineering, and make master degree as a educational level, and just submit the data. Okay, I think we have not added the submit property, right? Okay, I forgot. So what you have to do is, on select, just submit form. What is the form name? Form 3. Okay, again you can rename the form name. And then what you have to do is, we'll click on navigate, because we have to navigate to the data grid. So navigate, the screen name is data grid. Okay, second one is the screen name. Okay, and again you can make screen transition dot cover. I like this. Okay, and you have to reset the form. So reset form 3. This is the my way. Okay, and just hit on submit. What is the ID? 72. Okay, and you have to just hit on submit. So let's go to the 72. Okay, this one ABC engineering. Initially it was engineering, now it's ABC engineering, and initially it was a master, now it's a master degree. Okay, if you just let's make it row number 2 finance, let's make some changes. Years of company, let's say 12-year, age is let's say 33 years, tab high school, SPM, it's my school name, and just submit. Okay, high school SPM. Okay, so this is added, and the I think I have added 34 somewhere, right? Age is 33. So yeah, this is how it will add it. And don't worry, the tab will automatically reset once you publish the data. Means once your application is published. So this is how. And again, there is one more thing, right? What you can do is in the tab 1, your button is enabled, and in tab 2 also button enabled. So if you are considering as a end customer point of view, it should not look good, right? So the means the whatever the end user is filling, after tab 2 only they should submit the data, right? So what you have to do is you have to just apply simple property over here. So on display mode, go to display mode, and just instead of display mode edit, just make it tab list 3 dot selected dot id is equal to 2, then display mode dot edit else display mode dot disabled. Okay, sorry, make it display mode dot disabled. So if you go on the tab 1, it display mode is not in an editable format. Now if you go to tab 2, it's edit. So this is how you can apply some changes, so mandatory changes, so it look good, right? So this is how you can apply changes in a data grid and make it your form enabled. So if you want to make any changes, right? And yeah, I think that's it. So I hope you like this video. What we did is we just added a data grid, then we added forms, we added tab so that it will segregate data accordingly, and we applied some formulas. That's it. And by applying this same simple steps, your application look more decent and more insightful. So I hope you like this video. If you like, then do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.